What's up, everybody? Yep, it is your best friend. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm just some guy off the street. Yep, it's Drop Gems. You're joining me. Thanks for joining me. We're going to drop a gem today on Inglourious Bastards 2009. And guess what, guys? It's a gem of massive rant proportions. I'm sorry. Leave your comment down below. Try to sway my mind on this movie. I'm going to rant on the fuck out of it. The spoilers ahead, guys. You know how I do. I freestyle my thoughts on the movie, and then I go into the plot. So let's wrap this massive fucking rant up. I'm gonna rant on this movie because they had such a good thing going. Like it was a good idea in the previews and the trailers and everything that they were just, and you got Tarantino behind the camera, and he's just got a great look at these scenes. He's got the opening scene in this movie just grips you, man. It's like it's fucking good, and you think they're gonna run with something that's legitimate, but they go off in this fantasy wooby land, wooey Wizard of Ozzy land where shit they're killing, high-ranking German soldiers here. I'm not gonna mention any names, but geez, man, it's so unbelievable. I don't even want to describe to you what they do in the end of this movie and how out of control it gets, guys, and how fucking unbelievable it gets, because it is unbelievable. You know history, so why would you try to alter history and treat the audience like you want to alter history? That's fine, but do it in a subtle way, or do it in a way, not this showy, right in your face way that doesn't that because we know it'll never happen anyways. But then you make it so out of this fucking believable, so unbelievable that it would happen. It don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that. So Tarantino there fails. Whoever wrote the movie fails, but it's Tarantino who fails because whoever wrote the movie is shit. But Tarantino lets it happen. He wrote the movie, guys. Mr. Tarantino himself. So you already have something that's a fantasy land shit. So you want to, just not exasperate it with more Fantasyland shit. You want to keep it legitimate, and they do that. In a couple scenes of this movie, they try to do that, but then it seems like there's a battle here to like please the audience or please a certain demographic or please someone, except for us who's watching this movie, because there's great scenes in this movie, guys. Don't get me wrong. The scene where they're at the table, but Michael Fassbender, of course, does an amazing job, like always. Shame about his character. Love to see more of him. Sorry, I have to catch my breath because this movie makes me fucking rant. They have such a great cast. You got Brad Pitt, and he's just acting like a doy. He's acting like a doy. You know what I mean? It's like, don't act like a doy. Be smart. I don't believe him honestly. I don't believe him in this role, like, fully. I don't fully believe him as the character he's playing, guys, or trying to portray on screen. It just doesn't fit him well. So I think the casting is fucked up with Mr. Pitt here leading the way. And then you got a couple other guys too. This Eli Roth guy, you know him, guys. We know him. So they call him the bear guy or whatever, and he comes out, and that's a cool scene. But you have the wrong man swinging the bat, because you know who's swinging this bat. It's Eli Roth. He's not a beast. Like, look at that, guys. You really buy into that shit? That he's this killer? That he's this hunter man of men? Brad Pitt too. You want to put him in that role as the hunter of men, and you want to put Brad Pitt with the baseball bat, guys. That's where Tarantino doesn't work out. You got Brad Pitt sitting on the stone, but you got this dude, this Eli Roth, this nobody swinging the bat. People would have talked about the scene more, and it would have been more memorable if, more impactful if Mr. Brad Pitt was swinging the bat. So that's just my thoughts, guys. Like, they should have rolled with this woman more, and the villain in the beginning of the movie. He's great. He's an excellent actor. I don't know his name, but he's wonderful. He's right in the beginning, and he's just so believable, and he's so smart, and you can't get the shit over this guy. But at the end, they do. They just get the shit over this guy. And he's a punk, and they punk him out. Look at that. They punk these guys out, and I can't believe this little crew here is punking people out. Eli Roth. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this little fucker from movies we've seen. And you're going to buy that shit, guys? Him running with the machine gun like that? It's so out of this world fantasy. It's like, if you want to do fantasy, like I said, Mr. Tarantino, keep it. Oh, that's a cool scene. But, the one swinging the bat has to be Pitt. And it's just, this is something the director should know, guys. And this is where Tarantino fails us. And it has an 8.3 out of 1.4 million rating. No doubt about it. The fucking movie has its moments. But, look at this shit. And then you make something like that that's just this flabbergasting, that's just really fabulous. It's not even believable. The movie was more believable because, like I say, guys, you're doing fantasy, but you want to still be in reality because you were there watching this movie. So I have to get lost, but I'm still in my chair. but I have, but my mind isn't going anywhere here with this movie because it's not believable. That's the problem, and it's the actors aren't believable either. You're giving us faces that are just, I don't know, and you're using Brad Pitt wrong and incorrectly. I made my case to why this movie is fucking fails. Now I don't say it's complete shit, honestly, but it's a rant because it disappoints, and it does. It downfalls, guys. It literally downfalls, and in the end, you don't even want this stupid ass plan to work. You're just like, oh, come on, like this is just out of this world, anyways. But this, like, what, how the explosion goes, break the movie down. Fuck this movie, man. A waste of 2 hours and 33 minutes, guys, of this shit. This is stuff that you see is nothing new, and Tarantino here with this movie brings nothing new nothing new, except for the actors, guys. They, like I said, Fassbender there, Michael, and this guy in the beginning, the evil guy. He's good, and the woman's good, but they just make her to be a James Bond, not give a fuck all of a sudden when she was hiding in someone's basement from this guy for months and not eating and shit. I mean, come on. The writing has to be correct, Mr. Tarantino. Friggin' Tostino, a Tortellini Totino. This is ridiculous, guys. Fuck it, the plot. So, anyways, look at this magnificent fantasy plot, guys. Is this under fantasy? This should be under fantasy, guys. This movie should be genred under fantasy. Fuck out of here. We've all seen many of war documentaries, read the history books. We know the fucking stories. We know the truth, and you're trying to alter your fucking movie. This shit is trash. Change the movie, man. Here's the future of that. This is a shamble shame, and it didn't even make that much. I mean, $70 million budget, guys. Most of that's going to the actors and Mr. Tarantino probably himself. Anyways, the box office, it comes out to 320. So do the math. I mean, he could have made him a lot more if he would have had Brad Pitt swinging the bat, and to make changes to his writing. This is some shit. That's the only scene we remember, because this movie loses you after they just do this full shit plan that works, and you don't care what happens to these people afterwards. Anyways, this fucking rant. In 1941, blah. During World War II, you got Mr. Pitt here. He leads a bunch of fools to kill soldiers, German soldiers. They do. The German soldiers are so scared and shit like that. They're special. These 6 or 7 soldiers. Eli Roth is in there with a couple friendly nerd faces from nerdy movies. And you're supposed to buy that these hunter killers in World War II. Anyways, you buy it. Yeah, you buy it like you buy New Balance, like the Nikes, and you fucking follow them. There's a cool scene, of course, where the guy comes out, Eli Roth. The bear comes out with a baseball bat, does the soldier up in his dome. The soldier is the good part of this, guys, and you know it, so shut the fuck up. The soldier is, and the baseball bat touching his head. Shut the fuck up. How he won't talk. That's the soldier that makes that scene. Shut up. And you go to the next the scenes, and it's just like you meet. I'm skipped to the beginning. You meet this girl who's hiding for months, and it's a great scene. It's dramatic, it's suspenseful, it's tenseful. You think this movie's actually going to be keeping like this, but of course Tarantino loses you with his confetti, and it's just a bunch of shit here. So, it's like when I used to go to take a dump, and it ends up being longer than I expect. You know what I mean? It's very disappointing. It's a letdown. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's a shamble. So, anyways, you meet these stupid fucking characters are introduced stupidly. You don't care about them. And that's it. The girl gets away or whatever. Anyway, she gets away. I guess the guy can't shoot right. I don't know. He just comes there alone when he knows she's there. I don't know. That's the beginning of the movie, and you get to this theater here, and the chick wants revenge on the dude, and wants revenge on all these German soldiers, these high-ranking soldiers that are so untouchable, and the shit, they plant bombs everywhere, and they come up with a great plan, and I'm laughing like him. I want to see that again. I want to laugh like him. And that's what I was like with this movie. I was like, no, 999. This is terrible. When I was seeing this shit, 999. I saw Eli Roth with the bat. I was like, 99999, just like that. So Brad Pitt sitting down on a rock like an old motherfucker. This is terrible. You got Brad Pitt, bro, and you're just fucking. Look, that's what I was like when I was seeing this ending of this movie. I was like, oh my god, you're kidding me. That's what I was like. Oh yeah, exactly like that. So thank you, Mr. Tarantino. Anyways, the movie ends because they bomb everybody, kill all the German soldiers, and they change the face of the war. They make everything really easy. So thank you, Mr. Tarantino, for making this watch easy, for this rant. It was so fucking easy. Thank you, Tarantino. Everybody can follow it, hopefully. All right, thanks a lot for listening to this stupid fucking rant.